celebrating the world's most popular sport. This is Ultimate Soccer. And now your host, here's Soccer Steve.
Welcome in again to tonight's show. And we got so much to get through, it's not even funny. But what is funny is we are going to a World Cup. We are going to a World Cup. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So let's get down to it. First thing I want to talk about, Canada. The news for us. Now, talking briefly on the next three games, I'm going to give you quickly my predictions is what I'm thinking. Predictions on the next three. Costa Rica, I see as either 1-1 or 1-2. 1-1 possibly, maybe a 2-1 win for Canada on the road. That's what I'm seeing for the Costa Rica game. For the Jamaica game, I'm thinking possibly 2-0, and I'm only seeing a win for Canada. But don't dismiss Jamaica. Don't take them lightly, because that could be the banana skin, yeah? More on that later. And then finally, the Panama game, I'm looking for a 1-1. Possibly a 1-0 win on the road. It's going to be really tough. Don't kid yourself. Costa Rica, Panama on the road. These are going to be tough games. Jamaica at home, it's another tough one. But they're there for the taking, all three. We got a full squad. We got one new guy coming into the squad, Ismael Conde from CF Montreal. So we got another addition, just one. But I'll get to all that pretty soon. Now, moving on. The World Cup squad, take a look. Boom, there it is. One addition, Mr. Ismael Conde. So, keep it there. Squad is happy, together, familiar faces. It's probably going to be a familiar routine and the familiar, great entertainment. I'll tell you what, I'm containing myself, but I'm a little bit goo-goo gaga right now because the games are coming fast and this is what I live for. This is what I live for. And I know you do too. So, the squad, like I say, pretty much the same as Ismael Conde, CF Montreal coming in, and I tell you what, he's deservedly going to take his place in the squad. Will Johnny Herdman get him in the team? We'll just have to wait and see, you know. But, like I say, Ismael Conde, the newest member. Take a look at the head-to-head between Canada and Costa Rica. Pause it. Get back to me after you've had a little feast on how we've done against Costa Rica since the year 2000. Have a look at that. Yeah, 4-5-4, 13-13. Once you've gone through that, you'll know what I'm talking about. But take a look at their head-to-head. Pretty impressive. Really is impressive. Something else that really is impressive about Team Canada is the amount of travel that we have to do, yeah? Take a look at this little audio-visual on travel, itinerary, how long it takes, miles travelled, etc. You'll find it interesting. But Canada travels the most out of all the countries. It's amazing, but we really do. Okay guys, it's pretty simple. Looking at what we've got ahead of us, when it's all said and done, a little pond hopper over to San Jose for the first trip and the first game in Costa Rica. And after that, and I mean that's only like a 2.5 to, well, it's 2 hours 55 minutes on the plane. Then once the game in Costa Rica's finished, and hopefully we get the win, we've got to head back to Toronto to take on Jamaica. Now that is a 5 hour, 15-minute flight. Yeah, so there's nearly 8 hours in the air. Okay, keep that with you. And once the Jamaica game's finished, well then the fellas have got to go back down south again to Central America. And we've got to take on Panama in Panama City. And that's 4 hours, 56 minutes in the air again. So round it out, say 5 hours. And say 5 hours and say 3 hours. Just over 13 hours our fellas are going to be in the air, yeah? So, just so you know. One little thing before we move on to the game. Just want to say Ricky Larea, Nottingham Forest, still hasn't played a game. He was on the bench again yesterday in the FA Cup game against Liverpool. Yeah, Liverpool. How much do you think Ricky would have been dreaming to play that game, yeah? But no, he didn't. And Nottingham Forest only just lost 1-0 against Liverpool at the City Ground, Nottingham, and it was Diogo Jota who got the goal for Liverpool. Fantastic game. I thought Forest could have got a little bit luckier, but Liverpool did own the match. Forest had sporadic moments, but Liverpool were in charge. And it wasn't the strongest Liverpool team that they put out either. Does Liverpool have a weak team? I don't think they do. So, Ricky Larea, still not on the field. Come back to Canada, mate. Go back to TFC. Find yourself another club, because sitting on the bench is not what you need. It's not what Canada needs, and it's not good on the eye, and it's not good on the mental side for Ricky. I know Richie's doing okay, and Jonathan Osorio says in the press that, oh, I talk to him every day, yada yada yada. Richie's doing okay. I'd like to see him play, Jonathan. Just saying. Thanks, buddy. Now, moving on. The game. We're unbeaten in 11. Are we going to be unbeaten in 14? Drop it down below. Tell me what you think. I mean, unbeaten in 11 is beauty. But if we go unbeaten in 14, wow. I think that's a record we will have trouble replicating or doing over in the next World Cup qualifying. I just don't think we're going to do this again. So 3 games to go. We need to get 3 results to stay unbeaten. Down below, guys. Be a poet. Let me know what you think. Do you think we're going to stay unbeaten? Willie Zombardo thinks we are. Way up to you, Willie. Big up, my friend. Willie says, yeah, we can go 3 unbeaten again. With 6 on the trot, wins back to back. It'd be unusual to get 3 more wins to go 9 wins back to back. But could it happen? Let me know what you think down below. Let me know your scores of the 3 games, yeah? Costa Rica, Jamaica, Panama. Let me know what you're thinking. Drop it down below. Come on, get on this. And hey, big up to everybody who's tuning in right now. Big up to the family. They call them subscribers outside of this channel, but you're family when you're in this. And big up to the poets and anybody else just tuning in. If you're tuning in right now, subscribe. Don't leave this hanging, because this is one of the better channels to cover Canadian soccer. You know it, I know it. Let's get on it. Be part of the family. So if you're joining for the first time, welcome in. But hit that button, like and subscribe, and share. That's what it's all about. Let's make this big, big, big. Okay, unbeaten in 11. Can it be 14? You let me know. Where is it coming off? The game's coming off in Estadio Nacional in San Jose. It's a 35,175 capacity. Yeah, it was built in 2009 at a cost of $110 million US. Now, that was 2009. In today's standards, that stadium, it's a really nice stadium, by the way, very nice stadium. That stadium would probably cost closer to 200 million. So, big up for Costa Ricense for building that in 2009. You did yourself a favour. You sold yourself, or you saved yourself a bundle of money. Big up to Costa Rica, I tell you. Estadio Nacional in San Jose, and the crowd when the game gets going is going to be loud. It's going to be hostile, and they're going to be in our faces. And do you know why they're going to be in our faces? Well, it's pretty simple. They are do or die. If they lose this game, they really put themselves in a tricky position with 2 games left. Because remember, they're chasing down Panama in 4th. Can they do it? Yeah, but they're going to need favours from other countries when Panama plays. We being one of them. The final game. I wonder if that result puts Panama in or out and Costa Rica in or out. We just have to wait and see, yeah? But at the end of the day, the crowd's going to be long, hard, hostile all game long, and we've got to do one thing. The team has got to ride the storm in the first 15 minutes. The first 15 minutes, that crowd is going to be on us every time we hit the ball. Their players are going to be on us for 15 minutes trying to get an early goal. Believe you me, that crowd is not going to be friendly. They're not going to be throwing anything, but they're going to be at us. Pretty much like we were at Commonwealth Stadium, BMO Field, Kitchener, Ontario, when we played people in Canada. We had a home crowd. They will have a home crowd, but really they're going to be baying for blood for their team to get through, because you know what, like I said, it's do or die. Costa Rica, it's do or die. They need to win this game. They're going to throw everything at us, even the kitchen sink if they can. So remember, it's do or die for them. And what are Canada on the day? It's quite simple. We're the dream killers. Canada is the dream killer for World Cup qualifying for Costa Ricense. We are what is termed as the enemy coming in. And that whole nation is fired up for this game because they know how important this is. This is the backbreaker for Costa Rica's World Cup dream. If we win, we kill their dream. Out, frank, right, clear, kill their dream. So just know, they're not going to be looking good and kind at us. They're going to be looking to give us a hard time. What can kill all that crowd and the first 15 minutes of the storm coming at us? An early goal for Canada. That can do us no harm at all. That can do us everything in the game. Massive favour. If we get an early goal, boy oh boy, you'll see the life drain out of Costa Rica, the team, and their fans. Mark my words, you see an early goal for Canada, that's going to be massive. That will calm our nerves and we'll be in the game and there won't be a problem. I tell you that for a fact. So, first 15 minutes, it's going to be really interesting. Now, how are we going to set up the formation? In the last 3 games, Canada's set up in a 3-4-3 or a 4-2-3-1. I expect us to start off in a 4-2-3-1 formation, which is strong defensively and also strong for the counter-attack on the offense. If we get into the game and we score the first goal, then I see us going into a 3-4-3, moving forward, and then to close down the game, we may well shuttle in between a 3-4-3 and a 4-2-3-1. 4 in defence, 2 stoppers in front of defence, 3 midfield attacking, and 1 pinpoint forward. That's the 4-3-2-1. The 3-4-3 is 3 defenders, 4 in midfield, 3 up front. That's how it's breaking down. So I see us switching from a 3-4-3 to a 4-2-3-1, and I think we'll be doing that all night long, all depending on whether we have the ball or if Costa Rica has the ball. When we have the ball, we 3-4-3 straight away. We'll shake into that formation. When we don't have the ball, you're going to see us really close it down into the 4-2-3-1 to stop the channels and really make it hard for Costa Rica to get into our zone. So look for the 3-4-3, 4-2-3-1 to shuttle in between itself all game long. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think that the best thing for us is to be in a 3-4-3 as much as we can, and that way we can spring the counter-attack as fast as possible. The game plan, like I say, we're going to be in the counter-attack from a defensive posture. We're on the road, remember. We do not have to go for it minute by minute. Costa Rica has to go for it. We can sit back in the counter-attack, spring those great attacks, just like Jonathan David did in the last game in El Salvador when he got 2 goals. The final goal, that's you'll be seeing in a minute. That was a fantastic goal. So we're going to be defensively postured like we normally are, springing out the counter-attack, going down the wings, playing the pivot, i.e. midfield, swaying it left, spraying it right, or even back right, back left, as we're controlling the game in the midfield. But we're going to play the pivot, we're going to go down the wings, and we're going to do what we do normally and finish in the middle in front of goal. Remember, cut in, make the goal big, guys. That's what we've been doing. We cut in, we make the goal big, and we make the goals look easy. I tell you, look for that to happen. It's going to be a game of attrition as well. So there's going to be a few boots to the shins, and there's going to be a few spitballs, and there's going to be some aggro in the game. But it's CONCACAF. This is what CONCACAF is all about. It's not pretty, pretty, pretty. It's in your face. It's do or die, like I told you. So, the counter-attack, the wing play, the pivot in midfield, and the attack with speed. Just like that last goal I explained with Jonathan David. We're going to attack with speed. And when we do attack, we got guys with great feet. And we've also got the element of amazing luck.
Kyle crosses the ball. It hits the defender, hits the post, hits Atiba, goes in the net. But you can't see it there. But when you look at this angle, Kyle crosses the ball. It hits the defender, hits the post, comes back, hits the defender, hits Atiba's head, and goes in the net. An absolute freak of nature goal. Beauty.
That goal that Atiba Hutchinson scored on the road with his head. I mean, talk about ping pong ball, ping pong machine. The craziest goal ever. I'd tell you, the craziest goal ever. And the way it ended up in the net, I mean, I was jumping up and down, but I couldn't believe it got in there. So, if anything can happen, but on the day, we've got to keep together, ride that storm, look for an early goal to silence the crowd. 3-4-3, 4-2-3-1, shaking in, shaking out in defence and offence. And when we go forward, we go completely as a team and we move up and we own the half that they're in and we keep our half safe. I'm looking for a win in this game, but it could be a 1-1. 2-1 to Canada, maybe 1-1. But the art of the deal for Canada right now is to keep it simple, stupid in defence. No more tic-tac-toe, we don't do that. We play it long out of defence, goal kicks go long, keeper throws it long or wide, but we don't play out of defence like these teams in Europe or around the world that cough up the most embarrassing goals. You look on your TV screen recently, some of the goals you've seen over the last couple of years with this tic-tac-toe soccer out of defence. Too many teams have cost themselves a goal, and an embarrassing goal. And I think there's too much pressure put on the goalkeepers to be part of a soccer team. They're goalkeepers. They're supposed to use their hands, no? Too many goalkeepers are not using their hands, they're using their feet. And how many times have you seen a ball slide under a goalie that you thought, why did he not save that? Anyway, we can go to that later. But like I say, keep it simple, stupid in defence, and then we'll be looking good. Now, Costa Rica's the home team. Since they've been in qualifying, they've played 5 games in Costa Rica. 3 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. They lost against Mexico just by 1 goal. They drew with Jamaica 0-0. Everybody else in those games, they either beat 2-1 or 1-0. 2-1 or 1-0, you had Panama was a 1-0, El Salvador was 2-1, Honduras was 2-1. So at home, this is going to be a tough game. Don't think this is an easy trip. Costa Rica's a decent team. And at home, they're proving it as with the goals scored and also with the points collected. They've taken 10 out of 15 points at home. If they did that on the road, they'd be right in contention with the top 4. So it's going to be a tough game. Don't take this lightly. It is not to be taken lightly. Costa Rica can be dangerous. The only one thing they don't do is score many goals. 8 so far. I hope they don't break out right now. They do it against us. I don't see it happening. But remember, they're very good at home. And they play a nice brand of football. And they're not a small team. They've got some tall players in there too. So set pieces could be the way to a victory for those guys. But hey, if we play our normal game, we play strong in the midfield and in the defence, in the posture of midfield and defence as defence units, then we'll be fine. I don't see a problem with that at all. Next up is Jamaica. If we get a win in Costa Rica, like I think we can, then I look at Jamaica at BMO Field being a massive festival, a massive party, the biggest party in Canada since 1986. You could say 85, but 1986. The biggest party we've ever had, because we've never been to the World Cup since. Well, we're going to the World Cup. I tell you what, everybody in BMO Field needs to scream their face off and really get primed for that game. I know you're feeling it. I know you're feeling it. But get primed for that game, because that's going to be the biggest party in Canada for nearly 40 years. Call it 40 years. It makes it seem bigger. But 36 years seems a long time too, yeah? So, Jamaica's next. It's going to be a massive party. And I'm saying this, I am literally vibrating, buzzing to get to that game. And with days to do, only a few days to do to get to that game, I tell you what guys, literally, email down below, post comments down below, get your mates to subscribe, get on this, and above all, Thursday, jump out your skin, get in behind this game, watch it as you can, and all the guys travelling down there, I salute you. I salute you. When you get down there, be loud, be proud. Try to stay out of trouble zones. And, boy, after the game, I think you should stay in the stadium a little longer for your own protection, yeah? There shouldn't be any problems. But you're the away fan. And if we do win in Costa Rica, we could lose that game. But if we do win, and Costa Rica fans are not going to be too happy, we will have damaged their World Cup dreams. So don't antagonise anybody down there, people. Go down there, be the prototypical Canadians, friendly, nice and happy, smiley faces, and nobody will get in your way. Okay guys, Thursday I'll be bringing the post game for Costa Rica, and I'll be standing up. That'll tell you something. Okay guys, take it easy, let's have it. Go Canada, go. Let's have one more win before we get to Jamaica to seal it up. But again, Jamaica, can't take them lightly. See you Thursday, and it's going to be a great game. Go, Canada, go.
3, 2, 1.
This is Ultimate Soccer with Soccer Steve.